get started standing. All right, so standing up and nice and tall, planting all four corners of your feet into the earth. Feet are about hip distance apart. Allow yourself to just kind of nod the head, roll the shoulders back, and then begin to settle into trying to root yourself. So maybe closing the eyes, thinking about finding that foundation in the feet after a long holiday weekend filled with so much fun and love, but so much chaos. Sometimes we feel a little ungrounded. So standing nice and tall, beginning to feel as if your kneecaps are lifting up, squeezing your thighs, slow, subtle tuck of the tail, belly button pulls into spine, and then lifting each vertebrae up further and further to make yourself a little taller. Continuing to lift up taller until you feel the crown of your head reach a little further to the sky. Beautiful. Take a full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Do that again. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your shoulders slip further away from your ears. Reach tall with both hands. Inhale. Maybe bat the eyes open. Right hand grabs left wrist. Take that up and over to the right, using that right hand as an assist to pull that arm, creating some space to the left side body. Coming back to center, reach tall. Left hand to right wrist, up and over. Use that left hand to pull that right wrist just a little further to the side. Come back to center, reach tall, inhale. Good, exhale, release the hands by the sides, tuck the chin to the chest, slowly roll down. So one vertebrae at a time. Subtle bend in the knees, honor the lower back. Allow yourself to slowly release to the earth. Bend the knees as much as needed to touch fingers to mat. Find a halfway lift, pause. So head and tail pull away from each other. Think about making yourself taller, longer from head to tailbone, from tailbone down to our hips. So try to have this flat back but this open chest. Fingers could be on thighs, fingers could be on shins if you can maintain that flat back. And some of us might have the flexibility to touch the earth. No need to force anything. Allow yourself to be gentle here. So really find that length through the back side of the body. You're currently lengthening the entire posterior chain. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Good, let's step back to a tabletop position. Let's take a couple cat-cows. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, and then round out through the back. Tuck chin to chest, tuck the tail. Adding breath to movement, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round out through the back. Do that a few more times, moving at your own pace, moving with your breath. Allow yourself to slowly wake up the spine, slowly wake up the body, being gentle. Recognizing that your sole purpose is to keep your body safe. Come back to center, that tabletop position. Spread all 10 fingers wide, press the mat away, press into the center of the shoulder blades. Couple hip circles to the right. You might hear some snaps, crackles, and pops. Again, make sure your body is safe. And then switch directions. Take it to the left. Come back to center. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Right leg goes long. Allow the foot to press into the earth. It could just be the side of the foot. Maybe you can push that foot flat. Rock forward and backward. Loosening up the wrists a little bit, but feeling that beautiful stretch through that right leg. Inhaling and exhaling. As you begin to sink your seat back, maybe you begin to point the toes up to the sky. You could maintain that flat foot if you prefer. Good. Come back to center. Pull that right knee in. Switch sides. Left leg can go long. Find your subtle seat, rocking forward and backward. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. You'll come back to your tabletop position. Send your right leg long. Press into the ball of that foot. So feel as if you're pressing your heel into an imaginary wall behind you. Again, stretching into those wrists, but let's send our breath down that tight right calf muscle. So that lower leg. Take a full deep inhale in. Breath goes through the lungs, down the hip, into the thigh, and down to that calf. Good. Slowly use that exhale to release that tension. Full deep inhale, take it in all the way down the leg to the calf. Your exhale softens, releases that tension. Good. Take that leg up to hip height, and then take your leg up and over to the left. You're going to take your gaze over your left shoulder to that heel, feeling that side body stretch like we did standing. Full deep intentional breath in. Deep intentional breath out. On a diagonal, you're going to press that foot away from you. Begin to bend into this left knee that's anchored. Allow your hips to go toward that leg and feel that stretch into that left hip. Good. Come back to center. Left leg long, press into the ball of that foot. Use your breath. Be intentional. Allow yourself to release the tension in that lower leg. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Take your leg up to hip height. Take it up and over and find that side body stretch using your gaze. Breathing here. And slowly settle into that diagonal push so that leg stays on the diagonal. Beginning to push those toes away from you, beginning to sink your hip back. Use your breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Come back to center. Downward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips to the sky. Let's begin with some movement. Pedal it out. Bend through one knee and then the other. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let's get off these wrists for a moment. Option to widen your stance. You could take ragdoll here, or whatever variation feels good. Hands could just release to the earth, or you could grab opposite elbows. Maybe nodding yes or no. Maybe swaying from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing any tension you're feeling in your body to just wash off. To roll away like water beating down your back. Feeling yourself get a little lighter. Good. Release the hands to the earth. Gentle bend remains in the knees. Take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Hands could stay at the lower back, or maybe they float up to the sky. Release the hands down. Feet come back to hip distance, or they can touch. Your choice. Slowly roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time, just like we did in the beginning to get to the earth. Taking that in reverse. Allow yourself to pause. Find that mountain pose with intention again. Noticing how much more grounded you may feel, how much taller you feel, maybe how much more relaxed you feel. Good. Let's reach our arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach for the earth. Forward fold, soften the knees. Halfway lift, find that head pulling away from tail. Fingers can come to shins or thigh. And fold. Walk the hands out to a high push-up. We're going to start with some slow, gentle flows. Modifying to begin, drop the knees to the earth. Slowly hug elbows into ribs, release all the way down to the earth. Keep the chest lifted, protect the spine, the shoulders. Don't release the chest to the earth. Keep this lift through the chest when the belly or the lower ribs hit. Nice, functional, strong pose here. Press the tops of the feet into the earth, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs. Release all the way down. We're gonna find that cobra lift again, baby cobra only. Inhale, lift, chin comes to center, chest lifts. We have these nice little cricket arms. We don't allow ourselves to press into the mat, so the lower back is actually doing the work here. Instead of the hands, maybe lift your hands up. Notice if you can keep the same length. Good, lower release. Do that one more time. Inhale to center when you're ready. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, press the tops of the feet into the earth. Good. Press through the knees, find downward facing dog. Slow, gentle awakening of the body. Right leg lifts to the sky. We're gonna scorpion tail that leg. So bend the knee, heel comes toward your glutes. Roll out that ankle. Maybe draw some circles with that knee. Send that leg long, reach it tall. Good, step that right foot to the right hand, pause. Option to drop that back knee or keep it lifted. We're gonna find a twist. Left hand stays planted, right arm reaches to the sky. Good. Release that right hand to the earth. You're gonna step that left foot forward to meet your right. Nice deep fold, bend the knees, belly rests on thighs. Slowly roll up to stand again. Arms are heavy, take your time. Pause at the top. Shake out that neck, feel that length through the body. Reach tall, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, soften the knees. Halfway lift, raising fingers to shins or thighs. Fold. Step back, find that high push-up. Option again here to drop to the knees or keep the knees lifted. Your flow, your choice. Option to release all the way down like we did before, or hug elbows into ribs and find a low push-up. Chest stays lifted, shoulders stay lifted. Beautiful. Allow yourself to find your baby cobra, or maybe extending through the arms, this time squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Find your downward facing dog. Pause here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press the heels to the earth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press. One more time. Beautiful. Left leg lifts, scorpion tail, bend that knee, peel open that hip. Ankle rolls, maybe some knee circles. Send that leg long. Left foot steps forward to meet left hand. Stay here, find your twist. Option to drop that back knee. Open up through that chest. Ooh, my back cracked, it felt really good. Breathe here. Plant your left palm back to the earth, forward fold, top of the mat, so that back foot steps forward. Nice deep fold, bend the knees, belly rests on thighs. This time, press through the feet, slowly rise. Keep that gentle bend in the knees, arms reach forward. You could alternately roll up to stand again if that feels good. Reach tall, breathe in, breathe out. One more full deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold, reach for the earth. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen that spine. Plant the palm, step back. Love me some sun salutations. All right, your choice, how you want to flow. I'm going to show you another variation here. You do your flow. So you lower down, maybe knees on or off the earth, hugging elbows into ribs. But if you're looking for more strength in your practice, instead of doing an up dog or a heart opener, you just do a push-up. You press back up. Then we find downward facing dog. You also could always skip that flow. If you're ever in a class, you don't need to do any of the flow. You could just go straight back to downward facing dog. All right, let's flow a couple more times. Sun salutation A. Let's salute the sun. Let's greet this day. Joy, ease, grace. All right, gaze forward, right? Slowly walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms forward, protect those shoulders. Rise. Let's stay here. Expand, reach a little taller. Use your breath. Inhale, reach taller. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, high push-up, moving meditation. We use our exhale to lower. You use your inhale for your heart opener, your variation. You use your exhale for your downward facing dog. Pause here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press the heels to the earth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press. Beautiful. Stay right here. Drop the knees to the earth. Right arm reaches to the sky. Right arm threads underneath our left. Release your right shoulder to the earth. Maybe walk the left fingertips forward. Finding length through that side, or possibly taking your half bind, taking that arm behind the back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Full, deep, intentional breath in. Full, deep, intentional breath out. Beautiful. Let's slowly begin to unwind from that. Plant the left palm into the earth. Slowly rise. Find that counter stretch. Release that. Left arm reaches to the sky. Stretch open. Thread on this side. Release that shoulder to the earth. Find length through the right side if you'd like. Or begin to find that half bind. Peeling. Creating space. Letting go. Grounding into your breath. Using it as an anchor. Use your inhale. Use your exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Slowly unwind. Plant the right palm down. Slowly rise. Release that down. Good. Curl the toes under. Find downward facing dog. We're going to heat up the core just a little bit here. So actually, let's start in tabletop. I'll show you modified version and then we'll get into a more challenging version. So you're in a tabletop. Right leg goes long. We hug right knee into right elbow. We squeeze. Right leg goes long. We hug right knee into left elbow. Squeeze. Send it long. Knee to nose. Squeeze. Round out that back. Good. Now, you could stay there for the left side or find a downward facing dog, a little more challenging. Left leg goes long. We rock forward onto our hands, stacking shoulders over wrists. We hug left knee into left elbow. Send that leg long. Left knee into right elbow. Squeeze. Send that leg long. It doesn't have to touch the elbow or your nose. It's just a cue. Take that knee to center. I mean, maybe you can, but good. Send that leg long. Release left foot down. We're going to do each side one more time. So, left knee could be on the earth, or you could be in this downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Find length. Hug right knee into right elbow. We rock forward. We send that leg long. Right knee into left elbow. We squeeze and twist. Send that leg long. Knee to nose. Squeeze. Good. We're going to plant that right foot this time. Left hand stays planted, twist open, right arm reaches high. Yes, we've been here before. Release your right hand to the earth. Step forward, forward fold, top of the mat. Don't worry, we'll get that other side. Slowly roll up to stand or bend the knees, reach the arms forward, rise. Pause here, reach taller, inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the sides. We're going to work on grounding a little more and get into our tree pose today. So we'll root down through that left foot. Right foot could be a kickstand, could be below the knee, could be above the knee. Your choice. Tap back into that breath. You might be out of breath like me. So let's allow this hip to open up. Tree pose is a hip opener. Say okay to be here or here. Hands come to heart center. Find your foundation. Think about rooting down through those feet. Find that subtle rock of the body as it finds its natural balance. Focus in on one unmoving object in front of you. And Once you feel grounded and rooted, maybe you grow your branches. Noticing how the longer leaves, longer branches, the greater reach knocks you off your feet a little bit. Sometimes when we're just staying stagnant and not growing, we feel comfortable. We feel like we have a strong foundation. But then as we reach and grow and expand toward new goals, all of a sudden failure happens. A wind storm blows through and knocks us off of that path, of that sturdy foundation. We just have to continue to focus in, continue to move towards that goal, and continue to grow. Release arms, shake out wrists, roll out that standing ankle. Switch sides. Right foot roots. Kickstand or hip opener. You'll notice one side may not be as balanced as the other, and that's okay. Hips remain square. Find your focus. Think about the goals you want to reach by the end of summer. Think about all of the work that you need to do to root down, to build that foundation, to nourish yourself, to water and fertilize in order to grow and expand. And maybe you do grow. Maybe you continue to stay focused, hands at heart center, tapping into truly what you want, what you believe. Release. Shake it all out. All right, reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Step back, high push-up. Take your flow or skip. Knees could be on or off the earth. So low push-up, your variation of your heart opener. To downward facing dog. We need to do that core work on the other side. Left leg lifts, right knee could be on the earth. Rock forward, left knee, left elbow, squeeze. Send that leg long. Left knee, right elbow, squeeze. Send that leg long. Knee to nose. Good. Release both knees to the earth. Take a couple cat-cows. Little heat today. Little invigorating sun salutations. Nothing I love more than a nice slow flow. Good. Cross at the ankles. Send your legs long, so you're just going to find a seat, whatever that looks like to you. Sit up nice and tall. Gentle bend in the knees. Reach tall. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Reach for your toes. Slowly rise. Now maybe you begin to straighten those legs to find a little more length. Reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold. You could just hinge at the hips. Keep that flat back. Or begin to round and go a little deeper. Listen to your body today. What do you need? Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Slowly begin to find your way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Send your left leg long. Keep a hold of this right leg. Hug your right leg in toward your armpit. So feel that pressure to the right side of the lower belly. Flex your feet so toes come toward the knee. Squeeze that knee in a little tighter. Lift the head, lift the chest. Put a little more pressure in that lower belly. Wind relieving pose. Maybe even squeeze, lift that bottom leg. Let it hover, just engaging the muscles a little more. Good. Release everything down. Send your right leg long. Left leg hugs in. Squeeze it into the left armpit. Flex the feet. Lift the head, lift the chest. Squeeze a little more. Maybe lift the bottom leg, engaging through that lower belly. Good. Release that. Plant your left foot into the earth. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Press that knee away from you. Stay there. Begin to hug that left leg in, feeling that stretch and sensation into the lower hips. I like to multitask here, bending and straightening through the other leg, rolling out my ankle. But you could also stay still. Full, deep, intentional breath in. Intentional breath out. Unwind. Switch sides. Right foot plants left ankle over right knee. Press that knee away from you. Begin to hug it in, nice and tight if you'd like, or stay right where you are. Use your inhale. Use your exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Wrap our arms around our shins. Tuck chin to chest. Squeeze toes, face, fingers, nose. Squeeze everything tight to create tension within the body. And then release to corpse pose. Shavasana. So adjust your clothes, untuck your shoulders, close your eyes if you are safe and comfortable. Take a full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. We're going to work through a little box breathing here for a moment. So stay a little longer. Allow yourself to follow your own breath. If at any point in time you get lost or uncomfortable, we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause at the bottom. So just think about drawing a little box. All together, slow, intentional breath in. For 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Pause. Inhale, hold, exhale, pause. Inhale, hold, exhale. Release control. Breathing normally and naturally. Yourself to recognize that the peace and calm that you feel within inside you in this very moment is always with you. You have the ability to calm your nervous system, to pause and breathe and reset.